Leaning Tower of Pisa. The Leaning Tower of Pisa, or simply the Tower of Pisa, is the campanile or freestanding bell tower of Pisa Cathedral. It is known for its nearly 4-degree lean, the result of an unstable foundation. The tower is one of 3 structures in the Pisa's Cathedral Square, which includes the cathedral and Pisa Baptistry. The height of the tower is 55.86 meters from the ground on the low side and 56.67 meters on the high side. The width of the walls at the base is 2.44 meters. Its weight is estimated at 14,500 tons. The tower has 296 steps. The 7th floor has 2 fewer steps on the north-facing staircase. The tower began to lean due to soft ground which could not properly support the structure's weight. It worsened through the completion of construction in the 14th century. By 1990, the tilt had reached 5.5 degrees. The structure was stabilized by remedial work between 1993 and 2001, which reduced the tilt to 3.97 degrees. There has been controversy surrounding the identity of the architect of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. For many years, the design was attributed to Guglielmo and Bonanno Pisano, a well-known 12th century resident artist of Pisa. A piece of cast bearing his name was discovered at the foot of the tower in 1820, but this may be related to the bronze door in the facade of the cathedral that was destroyed in 1595. A 2001 study seems to indicate construction of the tower occurred in 3 stages over 199 years. In 1174, the foundations of the tower were laid. Work on the ground floor of the white marble campanile began on the same year during a period of military success and prosperity. This ground floor is a blind arcade, articulated by engaged columns with classical Corinthian capitals. Nearly 4 centuries later, Vasari wrote, Guglielmo in 1174 together with sculptor Bonanno laid the foundations of the bell tower on the cathedral in Pisa. The tower began to sink after construction had progressed to the 2nd floor in 1178. This was due to a mere 3-meter foundation set in wick, a design that was flawed from the beginning. Construction was subsequently halted for almost a century, as the Republic of Pisa was almost continually engaged in battles with Genoa, Lucca, and Florence. This allowed time for the underlying soil to settle. Otherwise, the tower would almost certainly have toppled. The 7th floor was completed in 1319. The bell chamber was finally added in 1372. The tower was closed to the public in 1990, after more than 2 decades of stabilization studies and spurred by the abrupt collapse of the Civic Tower of Pavia. The bells were removed to relieve some weight, and cables were cinched around the 3rd level and anchored several hundred meters away. The selected method for preventing the collapse of the tower was to slightly reduce its tilt to a safer angle by removing soil from the underneath the raised end. The tower's tilt was reduced by 45 centimeters. After a decade of corrective reconstruction and stabilization efforts, the tower was reopened to the public. The tower and the neighboring cathedral, baptistry, and cemetery are included in the Pisa del Duomo UNESCO World Heritage Site, which was declared in 1987.